Welcome to Alpha Proto. I'm Alpha Proto, and today is the day of the 75th live stream that I've done. I've been doing live streams for how long? Over a year. So that's pretty cool. I've been working on these characters, trying to get them done. Everything's been going pretty good so far. That's nice. Let's go to the main stage. Now, last week we worked on this ducking animation, crouching animation. And we're going to adjust this animation to fit into this style. And this is Arale's jumping animation, which is based on Roll's jumping animation from Marvel vs. Capcom. You'll notice that this isn't animating as smooth as this. And that's because this was animated using the exact frames that she has for jumps as reference. Yo, bro! Ryan A. Leonard. Thank you for joining me. How are you this evening? We're going to work on some more Arale sprites. And I've got it. I'm using my Blue Yeti mic. Just see it right here. Probably. Well, you can't see it. It's right here. Slightly out of frame. I think it's giving me a little bit of a delay with the picture, but you're not here for me. You're here for the character. You're here for the sprites. So this jump animation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 frames. These frames hold on a repeat. And these frames hold on the repeat. I don't know if I need this blur. It doesn't really work well. I'm gonna take this motion blur away. And I've got to make sure the sprite is the right height. Yeah, I'll work on the sprite at 300%. I'm gonna have to take this hat away. And let me check this. I have all the layers. This is the original graphic scale file. I should probably work with an animated GIF instead. Just so I don't have to worry about all these layers. So let me find that. Alright, I think this is it. Now I'm just gonna check out if, yeah, it's non-frames. Should probably work at 400. Yeah, let's take that away. I think besides the hat and the height of the character, I think the biggest difference is the color palette. This has more colors. This does? Than that. I'm looking over here at the palette. Right. What if I turn my monitor a little bit more? Like, I know I'm like looking down at this thing, but kind of want to connect with the camera a little more personal level. All right. But yeah, I've got the blue Yeti mic. It should be better, but I don't think it's better than the Blue Snowball. Blue Snowball was quieter and it had kind of a hiss. Wait, it would have moments where it didn't pick up audio, but oh yeah, there's a lot of color difference. Maybe I should fix the color palette first before I actually. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna adjust the color palette between these two because they use different colors. Graphic scale, after you save a file, it condenses everything into a color palette. And it sets it to 16 colors, 256 colors, or up. So it actually counts how many colors you use. And you can't bring in any more after you make an animated GIF. So I'm going to set this to full color. And I know that... There we go. That I changed some colors, like this color was originally this color. So I've got to go through all 9 frames with the color replacement tool. So that I'm working with the same colors. It's probably an easier way, but it's the only way I know how. And I still have this red stripe around the bottom of her shorts. So I am going to take that away. I'm taking it away because it's not noticeable, not very noticeable, but it takes time to... Oh boy, okay, I went a little too far. Okay. There we go. What about here? There. It's not that noticeable, but it takes time to sprite. so I'm just taking it away so I won't have to bother with it. Oh, wrong button. Hey, Ryan, what are you up to? You having a good day? How's your comic coming along? Okay. Now this hat. You know what, I'm going to save and should condense this color palette again. So Control S. Yeah. See? GIF format does not support high color and full color. Should the image change to 8-bit 256 color format? Yes. There we go. Set to this. Let's see if they're identical. No, not really. Same amount? No, it's actually less. Actually, there's more here. Let's see. Did I miss something? It's like this. And that. I must have missed. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, Ryan says it's coming along pretty well. I'm actually getting some work together, so can be printed. Wow, that's a good idea. That's like a major step. That's really cool. Because I got my book done and it's been at printer's door for about a year, and I don't know. It must be me. It's just nervous, I guess. Seems like the closer I get to finishing something, the more I slow down. I guess it's like postpartum depression. I don't know. I just don't want to let go of the character. Reminds me of that saying: artists never finish a work; they just surrender it. I guess that's what it is. Ryan says, plus I just finished my 7th issue. That's really good. I am currently working on my 8th now. Actually, that's really good. I mean, how many issues does it usually take to make a trade paperback? I don't think it takes that many. I think it takes 4, I guess. How many pages are each of your comics? I'm gonna save this again. See if it. Okay, or the color palette's back. Still using more colors. That's one of these browns. What's this? It's still there. Right, let's do this again. Alright, save. Maybe it's gone. Just not saved. Yeah, how many pages does your comic average, the issue? Because I'm thinking of starting a new comic, and I'm thinking about back when I was a kid, my comic would be a cover, and you know, that'd be front image and back image, and then it'd be 7 pages. So it's actually, yeah, it was like 7 sheets of paper in the middle. So that'd be like 14 pages. So I noticed that I did really good at getting my story to be around 14 pages. So I'm thinking about telling stories that are like 12 pages. 12-page stories. Like 12-page chapters, but yeah, 12-page chapters, 2 chapters in each actual issue. I think it'll help me get through key points I want and elaborate on. It'll force me to elaborate on smaller points and to get to the point on bigger points like that I want. Because if I linger on one thing too long, I'd get bored. Ryan says, well, for now, my first half, I did 3 books, and then I'm putting 3 those together. Each page was at least 20 pages long, so a few times 20 by 3 get 60. That's good. 60 pages. That's a bargain. As for the second volume, trade paperback, each issue was 24 pages, and you times that by 3, you get 72 pages. But that is just the inside work. Sorry, I forgot to add the cover side. Ah, no problem. That's really cool. I appreciate you telling me all this stuff. It helps give me an idea of what I could do. Alright, I got these colors, so now I'm going to try to erase this hat. So let's get the lasso tool here. Notice Todd McFarlane uses the lasso tool to actually fill in colors of his drawings now that he works digital. Never seen someone work with the lasso tool like that before. Just spots blacks on his page with the lasso tool. Ta-da! Hat's gone. Kinda. Not really. Ryan says, I'm no longer in school, so I have a lot of time to myself and plenty of equipment to work with. It's getting a lot of creative time. Yeah, that's good. This is good. It's like running a business. Well, you are running a business. I'm actually interested in the way you promote your work, like publish your work, because you're gonna have the volumes, the trade paperbacks, be physical, and then but your story's available online. So it's kind of like a backup if in case your fans or your followers something ever happens to the site that you have it uploaded on. People will still be able to have your stories, you know? Plus, you can reach people, like if you decide to go to a convention with the actual physical books, you can look people in the face and actually convince them to buy it. That's the difference. It's just detachment from the artist online. But if someone's right in front of you trying to sell it to you, it's a little harder to walk away when someone says hello to you at a convention, sitting at a booth. At least for me. I hate walking past. That's one thing. I hate walking past creators at conventions in Artist Alley without, you know, saying hi or looking at their work. It's almost like there's panhandlers on the side of the road at a red light or something. You want to look, but you're like, well, look, if I get eye contact, I'll feel guilty. But, you know, it is what it is. But when I went to comic book conventions, I would go with my portfolio, and I would go to every table, and I would ask everyone to take a look at my portfolio, and I'd take about $200 with me to a convention, and so I'd either get a card, or if I really liked the books that they were working on, I would actually buy their books. That way I wouldn't waste the artist's time. You know, they would give me tips and stuff on how to be successful, but that was like 10 years ago. So they may be relevant. I still use the advice one artist gave me for shading. I mean, inking. Yeah, he gave me advice on inking, how he inked. I still hold that with me. But I'd take notes, and I would actually videotaped Sonny Strait, the voice actor for Krillin. He had this book, We Shadows, or We Elves or something. I think it was We Shadows. No, it's probably We Elves. And he gave me a critique. And we video recorded it, but it wasn't as effective as taking notes because the convention floor was so loud. It was hard to hear what he said. I can't tell this gray from her hair. Yeah, I think that was gray. I should probably post that. Him giving me my book critique. I mean, a portfolio review. I think for the most part he liked it. Ryan says, that's the plan. I'm looking forward to doing some convention solos. I'm just making sure I have all of my work prepared for them. Yeah. The way I see it, preparation is the key. Every time I go to a convention or somewhere, you just gotta make sure you don't forget anything. Don't leave anything. It's like, oh man, I forgot my folder, or I don't know. I guess if you have a table, you can take a banner or tape it to your table, or what else? One of those, something that's posted behind you. That would be a marquee, not marquee slots, right? Okay, there goes the hat. It's all gone. Ryan says, yes, really good getting advice from another artist at convention. I spoke to the guy who is currently working on Into Turtles. Ooh, giving me so much advice. Man, that was my dream as a kid. I'd pray every night that I worked for Eastman and Laird. Then I stopped doing that after a while. But yeah, working on a Turtles book that'd be great. I'm gonna save this. I guess it's still on 200 and whatever colors. The IDW Niche Turtles books have had a lot of interesting artists. I really like the art style that the artist who did the video, not the first, well, the first artist is kind of blocky heads. That was kind of interesting. The second artist that the video game was based off of, that was really cool. That was a very interesting take on the Turtles. How am I going to do this? The Archie books back in the 90s, I really liked those as a kid. The first one I ever saw Archie book was, what's this, Final Conflict storyline? I think it was called Final Conflict storyline because the last book of the storyline was Final Conflict. It's pretty interesting. On that, it was kind of a take on the Battle World, except it was more like Stump. I don't know. It was really cool. But everything after that in the Archie book was wasn't as good as it used to be. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this color. And I'm going to... I guess I'll make the shape of her head. Ryan says, you know, the most important thing is you got to think about how you're going to set up your table too. Yep. You also need a banner for your book and, of course, your name. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, what's the name of your imprint? Like your... I guess your label? I mean, your brand imprint, like... Your studio, yeah. What's the name of your studio? Because I think, what was it? Comixology. For Comixology, you need to have a studio name. So me and my writer had to come up with a name. Yeah, this looks about the right size, right? Okay, let's turn the onion skins on. Okay, that looks good. Right. Excuse me. Ugh. Could just cut the face this. probably should have. Anyway. Guess I'll do that now. Copy paste. Oh yeah, there's this thing about graphic scale. If I do this, like, see how I lassoed this, and I put this curve. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to here. Check out what it does. Huh? It worked. Okay. Usually everything within it makes a square and then it chops off everything. See? Oh yeah, there it is. See? Probably can't see it because of that. See, look. That's the worst thing about graphic scale. One of the worst things. Copying, if you lasso or cut something out, sometimes if I wanted to move that, all of this would get blacked out. That's a bummer. Alright, let's go back to this. It's pretty good. Oh, Ryan says, you know what? I'm going to reveal that real soon, but not yet. I found someone who I will be partnering up with. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't know a studio name was important. I thought the book would be good enough, but yeah, I guess that's something you need. See? See how that's cutting that off? I hate that. So I usually don't lasso stuff like that. I usually just use the square. There. Yeah, this will probably move down a pixel. Yeah, I trust a guy that I partnered up with. I've known him for years, but at the same time, I know that partnerships can fall apart when it comes to divine money and stuff like that. That's why sometimes I know he wanted to. I think he admires Robert Kirkman or somebody. He just admires artists. I mean, comic duos who stick together, like writers and artists who stick together and do projects together. And I think that's why he wanted to partner up with me. But I think in those situations, usually it's the writer who's hiring the artist, and he pays the artist. But I do, since artists get creator credit or like co-creator credit for every character they make, and I'm drawing all the book, and we actually are collaborating. It's pretty interesting how things are gonna break down. Work for Eastman and Laird. I guess it could work for us. But at the same time, I still want to make my own book. No, this is just too much. I'm going to turn this off for now. Yeah, right now it's kind of like a handshake deal. That's never good. But yeah, I do think these characters are 50-50 for us. because we brainstorm. It's like we were going to Starbucks, and we plan out the books or what books we could do. It wasn't just a one-sided thing. He came up with the concept, and then I'd say, "Well, what if we did this?" or "How about this?" So it was a collaboration. But yeah, if I was him, if I had an idea, I would just hire people to do the art. That way it's all mine. Mine, mine, mine. There's no disputes and stuff in the future. Just like, hey, I hired him to do the art. And that's one thing. Usually, if I have a commission from someone who just wants me to draw their original character, I want more than a description usually, for I won't have any real creative credit. It'd just be an interpretation, really. It's like, okay, can you draw my character? He's like, he looks. I say, give me a description. And once they give me a description, I kind of figure that, you know, I'm not creating it. They're creating it. I guess that's a way of thinking of it. Alright. I blocked in where the head is. Guess I could copy paste part of this. Alright, that works. But yeah, collaborations are... You have to have a clear... You have to be clear on communication. And sometimes I can't voice my thoughts as clear as I'd like. If I had a really cool idea for the story or a chapter, I don't know if I don't know. We probably still get to do. I probably still get to make it. It's pretty good. Save. Okay, 40 minutes. Not bad for 40 minutes. So far I've just edited the top of her head. I probably could have did that from the beginning. You know what, let's copy this. Wait, no, wait, let's see. His hair. Okay, that hair changes. What if. Okay, let's see how the lasso would work. There. Copy. Paste. Okay, cut this off. I don't want that to happen. That's pretty good. Let's clean this up. We're gonna have to edit this hair to look like it's moving. Let's not worry about that right now, though. Let's just let me fix these bangs. Okay. Pretty good. I say that a lot. Yeah, I've got to decide if you're like full partners 50-50. I don't, or if someone is going to get the rights to certain characters, or if it's just a paid thing. It's like, I'm paying you to be my writer, so it's a one-time payment thing. Or I'm paying you to be my artist, so it's a one-time artist gig. Or if there's actually creator stakes in it. Just right above the glasses. Is that working? Looks pretty solid, I guess. Let's try this. Let's actually make this look low. Actually, this whole face, I don't know. This makes sense because this kind of makes her head look like it's tilted back so you see more jaw. I guess this would be an in-between point. But with the new sprite, her face is lower down. She has less chin. So I guess I should I adjust that now? Maybe a little bit. So I could go like under the mouth. Right here. No, okay, I've got to see the other side. Here. Leave the ear where it is. Glasses. Take that. Probably this. Right, put this down. Yeah, I think that looks a little more natural. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pull the whole head down for this one. I think I'll just do the face again. These bangs. And the glasses. That's just 1 pixel. No big deal. Yeah, that's one thing I've never heard anyone ask Eastman and Laird about when it came to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's like, so who owns what? Who owned what? Because I think they sold off all the rights. They're just kind of like, they're producers to their own creation, sort of thing. It's like they sold it, somebody else owns it, but they still have kind of a say in the legacy because, you know, they created it. Okay, this is the up part of the jump. And this is transitioning to forward and then back down. I think this is the same face, or is this the same frame as this? Yeah, it is. Mostly. Okay, I'll copy that. Oh, that saves some time. Paperwork. I'm an artist. But one thing that I never got taught in school was that artists have to be their own businessman. That's really important. It's like, can you have a career making art for a living? And it's like, yeah, but you've got to know how to promote and sell that art. But if you think about it, now that we have the internet, that's way easier. You don't have to hire an agent and move to a big city and hope they find you work drawing, I don't know, Sears catalog stuff, which probably isn't a thing anymore because they have cameras and they take pictures of people. So, I don't know. I think back before the internet got big and I was like in high school thinking of an art career, I think that comic strips were probably the thing that, you know, a lot of people would recommend. It's like, oh, you could be like Charles. Even my mom still does that. She's like, oh, you could be like, write stories about yourself like Charles Schultz and Charlie Brown. It was like, so it was, comic strips were the thing that you're like, yeah, you draw one comic strip and you mail it to a newspaper, and then the newspaper will pay you for that comic strip. Which I thought about. I thought about going to the local newspaper and saying, hey, would you like me to draw a comic strip for you? But I think that in that situation, it would be me making a comic strip and paying them to put it in the newspaper like an ad. So I wouldn't be making any money that way. It would have to be a situation where it's like I make the comic strip and they pay me to have it. I think the only way that would happen is if I made the comic strip and paid to have it in there for like probably a week, and if they saw their sales go up, they say, oh yeah, what do we do different? Oh, we had this guy's comic strip in there. Cool, let's pay him. That's a long shot. It sounds like a long shot. All right, There's 3 people in there. So an update for what I'm doing, I am reanimating. Well, I'm editing. I'm not reanimating. I'm editing this animation into this animation. I took the hat away. Really? Oh. Ryan said, you know, in an art course, they did teach us about marketing. I never got that far. Like at the local school, I didn't go to an art school. I went to local, like, community college to get my basics, and then I went to a university. And university, I was just trying to get my foot in the door. I took 2D design, art history, neoclassical, Renaissance art history, which I dropped because I think I already told that story. I don't want to tell it again. Filmmaking. So I took 1 intro to film class there, which is weird because at the community college I went to, I took 2 semesters of. No, I think I took 2 or 3 semesters of intro to film there. But it was like a new course. It was kind of weird. It was like the community college was making courses that were supposed to compete with like big schools like Art Institute and stuff like that, because they brought in they actually brought an art program, and it was drawing. What else? I don't know, a lot of stuff. But they had video game design. I was like, why is there video game design there? I guess somebody was like, hey, let's have a video game design course to see how that goes. So they bought all these computers and made a whole new wing for the school, and it's like, it started off, I don't know, I don't know if I should talk about that. I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. But yeah, it was an effort. It was an effort. But when I took the 3D design class and there was no teacher for 1 semester, I signed up for it. I'm in the class. There's no teacher. So yeah, you don't have a teacher. I'm like, ugh. They're like, yeah, you'll get your money back. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, so what do I do? I said, can I use the art room still? Can I still use this computer lab? Can I use this computer to use ZBrush? Teach myself? And they're like, yeah, you come in here. When the class would be, since nobody's going to be here for a whole semester, and just use the computer to use ZBrush. And that's what I did. Probably should have spent more time trying to learn the 3D animation program, but I just love modeling characters. That was really cool. Ryan says I tried so hard again to video game design. Yeah, video game design, I realized it took me a while to realize that I really didn't want to make video games. I just want to animate sprites or characters for video games. Or just design characters, not the game itself. Like, if somebody had an idea for a game and they didn't know but they had a theme that they wanted, and they didn't know what their characters wanted to look like, you know, I would be alright trying to help them out design their characters for the game. You know, character design, like video game character design, environments, you know, just trying to get the vision of the game to come to life, and not just the gameplay. I can't program. I don't know, when it comes to numbers, I just can't focus. It doesn't hold my interest. So there's a lot of things that don't hold my interest, and I can try to learn something, but if it doesn't hold my interest, it's just me staring really hard while people say words, and it doesn't stick. I just don't get it. It's like, focus on what they're saying. They're saying words. I don't get it. Ryan says each video design class I signed up for, of course. Yeah, they didn't have enough students to sign up for it and they canceled the course. Yeah, that's what happened to me. First semester of 3D animating, it was like, I went to like I signed up for 4 semesters of 3D animating at my local junior college. First one was Maya 9. They're probably way past 9 now. And we were just going through the book. I went through 2 semesters of that, and I was just feeling like making a bouncing ball animation out of a sphere, making it go through making a hoop and making it jump through a fiery flame. Yeah, that gets you an idea of how to make objects and move them around. But I'm not rigging anything. I'm just deforming and using keyframes and fill-ins. You know, I need to learn how to rig stuff and all that. So I left that. I passed the class. I just left it feeling unfulfilled. I felt like I followed instructions out of a book, didn't really learn anything. Then we got a new teacher one year, and we got ZBrush, and we got the whole new computer wing. And I learned so much. I was like, wow. Okay, first I learned how to... I don't think I learned how to rig a character. What I learned was how to model characters with vectors and polygons and triangles and stuff. And then we learned how to map with them, which I had a hard time mapping them. Like, because you have to skin the characters and you have to cut them around and all that stuff. But that's why you did it. You modeled them at a low polygon count so that everything would line up pretty good. A lot easier, I guess, when you unfolded them. Then we would take that model that we rendered low and then move that to ZBrush. And then ZBrush is where you can add all the details, and then you reapply the same texture map over the character, but it's more defined with more polygons. But yeah, I didn't really feel like I felt like I was learning for the, you know, basic modeling, but when we went to ZBrush to start digitally sculpting, that's when I was like, I love this. Class would end and I'd just sit there noodling away at making a character. But I never learned how to rig. The concept's there, you know, like, but I'd never learned how to rig a character. I just knew that I had to model the character with the mouth up slightly open and model the teeth and the tongue and back of the mouth and the eyes as spheres and stuff. But I never got to make them work. It's a bummer. I think that if I would have stuck to probably lower model, poly model characters and just changed out the textures on the face to express, I probably would have gotten a lot farther. That's taking the easy way out. They were trying to teach me how to be a professional. I wish the teacher would have stayed, but because it seemed like he was really enjoying teaching the course. I think he was like 25 years old and he was like married to like a 40-year-old lady, and the only job he could get was at our local school, but he would have to drive like an hour and 45 minutes every day back and forth to get there, and he just couldn't take it anymore after a while. So he was teaching that course, driving, and he was a waiter. So he would get tips from waiting, and he was being a teacher on the side. No, or was he being a waiter? who was a teacher. Was he a waiter who was a teacher on the side, or was it a teacher who was a waiter on the side? Depends on where he got the most money. Maybe, I don't know. But, man, that was a really fun semester. I learned a lot. They played Evangelion, the remake, in the background. It's like, yeah, this is an example of animation. Yeah, I realized that things that hold my interest are creating things and telling a story. Somebody's telling a story, I can listen to it, and if someone's making something, I can pay attention to it. But if someone's like just giving info or something, I can't follow it. Like if someone's trying to give me directions somewhere, you'll lose me really quick. Hey, how do I get to... Yeah, you just do this and this and this and this. Yeah, I can't do that. You lost me after this. How can I lose you at this when the other steps are this, this, and this? You can't remember this and this and this? It's like... What? It's like that Dumb and Dumber joke. It's like... That joke from Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, she said I didn't listen or something, but I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. She said something about me not paying attention. No, wait. She said something about me not listening. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. See? I hate that. Let's see what I can do. This is as close as possible without losing any pixels. That might work. It's not too weird. Is it? That's pretty weird. Does that work? I think it works. Okay, the music stops. Yeah, the music stopped. It always stops at Deborah. Don't know why it stops at Deborah. Maybe it's because he's the devil. Skip Deborah then. Let's go to Hachiak. Hate canceled classes. It's like, yeah, I get my money back, but it's like, but I want to learn something. Well, I guess you learn. Don't waste your money on art classes. Oh. Just kidding. I wonder why I couldn't pick up music easier. It's like learning a language. That's probably the problem. It's like learning how to read. 'Cause you gotta read letters. I mean, notes and all that stuff. Yeah, it's definitely like learning a language as far as reading music. Because I thought I would think I'd be able to pick it up because it's a form of creating, you know. It's a form of art. I make stuff. But it's more like learning a language because you've got to learn keys and all that stuff. His face should probably move down. I like this face more than this face. Oh no. There we go. Probably too much. Definitely too much. Okay, let's just... I really don't like this face. I like this face. Rather edit this face to look... Let's check out this. So this frame is this frame, this frame is this frame. See, this looks alright, this face. Yeah, I don't like that face. Okay, what about... What if I take this face and put it on this? Yeah, I'll do that. So crazy it might work. That's pretty clean. I'll change the expression. Maybe that'll be enough. It's lined up. Let's slide this head down. Yeah, looks about right. Placement's good. It's just the expression's different. And the eyes are looking in a different direction. And no, let's edit this a little bit. Let's turn her head. Easy way to turn her head a little bit would be to take this. The ear. Instead of redrawing it, just move some pixels over. Okay, let's move. I've already moved the face over to the right a pixel, so let's move the head down. So you just move the face around. It works. It works. Let's move this eye. Looks like they're looking that way, so let's make it look like Arale is looking that way. Yep, okay, and this is what the face used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Just fill in all these gaps from where we were moving. Pixels around. So I'm going to this around here. Ah, dang it. Maybe I should check out over here a little bit more. Alright. This mic's blocking it. I guess that's for you guys. See how close I'm getting. I'm gonna leave these banks. Leave them alone. This is pretty interesting. don't think I used this tool before. It's not horrible. Okay, this hair's standing completely still. That's not good. But the, these bangs or whatever that is, they're not bangs. They're not sideburns. They're like backburns, I guess. But yeah, it's looking better. I'm gonna save before something happens. Control S. Ooh, there we go. Alright, that's the thing. Okay, let's grab this. Alright, looking good. Let's fill this in. Let's do this again. Making an outline. Okay. There. Right. The lock of hair breaks here and breaks here. Let's fill that in. Sorry, I bumped the microphone again. I hope that doesn't pick up. Not bad. Actually, like how I put this brown around her eye. It's not on all these frames. They're kind of on the side. Copy, paste. Okay, this size is square, but yeah, I like that more. This isn't square. It's kind of weird looking. Square and then I cut in. Yeah, that looks better. I'll leave that pixel there. Copy. Paste. Save. Now I'm gonna fix all the eyes. Let's copy this. Alright, all the eyes have been edited. Well, not around the eyes. But... No, it was this one. Was. There we go. Oh, cool. Ryan says, I'm still here, Alpha. I'm doing my work right now. Oh, what are you working on? Are you working on a comic, a cover, a pinup, fan art? What's up? Oh, cover art. Cool. Oh, the eyebrows. I don't have eyebrows in there. Yeah, she looks better with eyebrows. Alright, I've gotten the hair moving. This looks weird. Yeah, these two don't look that great. Wow. Been here for a few hours. Hour and 33 minutes. Still at it. Yeah, if you want to be an artist, you kind of have to like sitting in one spot for hours trying to get something done. I know I get a sense of accomplishment from actually finishing stuff, or at least getting partially done or whatever. Just trying to keep this curl from back here. I don't think it would be over here though, now to really think about it. So let's take that away. It would actually be back here. But let's see how many undos I can do. Alright. Yeah. Let's put that here. Yep, that works. Wow, that's horrible. You know what? It could just fade out into the rest of the flowing hair. Just having that part, that helps a lot. Yo! Hello, Mr. Istrap Productions. Istrap Productions says, "Hey, Mr. Proto, how are you doing today?" I'm doing pretty good. Exercised, took a nap, ate dinner, and I'm over here. Thanks for inviting me to the Street Fighter V stream next Wednesday at your local time. Yeah, because I don't. It's gonna be like 11 my time, 11 a.m. my time, and it's gonna be on Donnie's stream. So I better get some Street Fighter V practice in. Oh shucks! I'm supposed to look into a job opportunity today. I don't know if registration is gonna be up or not. I was gonna call a school and ask about it. I totally forgot. I'll either do it after the stream or I'll just try to look up some more info online. But yeah, it's Trap Productions. Yeah, I'll play some Street Fighter. There's characters I'm like really good with, and then there's other characters I just like keeping the variety for the people actually watching. Like if I was like dedicated to just smashing people and winning and just standing at the top, I'll never give this chair up. It just get boring. It's like Blanca all day. Blanca, Blanca, Blanca. Pretty good with Lara. Pretty good. Until I find someone who knows how to fight against Laura, then I'm not that great. Let me get another sip of water. I really wish that Street Fighter kept the command input for the special art like they did in Third Strike. Because anytime they make you choose a special art, you need to know the input. In a game like Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 and up, where you had two supers to choose from, they should have just put a little indication of how you do that, because the super combo or special art, it's a key element of how you play the game, like how you're gonna approach the fight, because everything you do is gonna set up that super move in the end, you know? That's how I play anyway. That's what I've always assumed. Plus it helps with pick up and play accessibility. Like you can, I feel like you can just find all the other special moves and attacks, but when it comes to the super, you can't leave that up to chance. You have to actually execute it just right. What's with the hair? Oh, whoa. I think there's supposed to be another frame. This hair's not supposed to repeat. Let me see this. Alright, let's respray some hair. Let's take... Let's take this hair away then. If that's the case. Actually, it'd be easier to do this. Alright, turn the in-between on. Neat hair that goes from here to here. This one. No, I'll use this. Yeah, I'll use it. I don't know what I use. It's rough. pretty good. Let's use this purple to fill it in. Oh. Wow, that's way smoother. Big difference, big difference. Alright. Now we're gonna change some line colors. Pretty good. Let's add some highlights. Nah, it's not like it's too far back. Yeah, probably more along here. It looks real good now. Save. Alright, take this motion blur away. Just doesn't look good. Not moving fast enough. It's interesting, the arms and legs look about the same height as they did before I actually even shrunk her. The feet look like they're just pointed down in that at sight, so I thinking I could keep this animation, except for this. The knees, maybe, except for that. I don't know about that. Oh, Blanca-chan! Yep. Main Blanca. I hope I could do some practice with... Wait, let me turn this up. Hope I could do some practice with Rainbow, Mika, and find a strategy on how to play her. Because I used to have this pattern I'd do. I don't know if it worked anymore. Yep, it's looking much better. Oh, did you find out about the new Street Fighter characters? The leaked characters? It's a real shame. I hate leaks. It's like spoiling. It's like a spoiler that you didn't ask for. Alright, I'm going to change the hair to where it will wave, so I'm gonna part this in the middle. And I'll just cover this entire forehead. Right, that's where it was. So move this here. Leave that the same. Change that. Alright, that works. Let's change this. The light, where the highlights are. song always reminds me of the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends thing. Whose music is this? I mean, as far as like what characters is based on. It's that guy. Okay. It's kind of unexpected. Alright. That's how that moves. Okay, let's smooth this hair. Should it go in or up? Okay, let's move it in. This is square box. There we go. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I need the inside of a mouth. Okay, it's full color. Top of the mouth should probably save this name. This is one of those Marvel vs. Capcom jumps. You know, those hyper jumps. Alright, this should be stubborn. Alright, let's copy this. Sure, I'll need it again. Okay, that's too much. Just leave it there. Well, maybe a little bit. There we go. Now these are two different things. The banks and the highlights. Here we go. Now I'll take the highlight. Music stop again. It's been 2 hours and 2 minutes. Cool. I should probably try to finish this up. It's only 2 hours. That's a long time, right? The Kali. Skipping the Kali and go to M.U.G.E.N. Sure, save it. Don't know if I got the hair already. There we go. Copy. Put it here. Paste. Wait. Yeah, it looks like it fits. Okay, let's move this 1 pixel in. I guess that works. This doesn't work. That works. Gotta change that mouth. There we go, that was easy. I think that's it. I think I'm done. Thought about doing this, but this would be much more complicated than I feel like doing right now. So close that out. I'm hungry again. So I am going to end this stream. Any new subscribers? Nope, no new subscribers. Right. So today we edited this into this. Took away the hat, took away the motion blur on the hands. We changed colors, changed faces, took away the stripe on her bottom of her shorts. Come on. What else I do? Like I could noodle away at this forever, I guess. I could just find a point and stop. Yeah, I should stop. Please stop. Wait, why? Why are you doing this? Stop. It's just getting a little weird. But I don't need those. There we go. Change the eyes, change the face. That still looks weird. That works. Yeah, it's done. I might adjust it a few more times before I post it on Twitter or whatever, but it's finished. Stop. Okay. I'd like to thank everyone who showed up and kept me company during the stream. I'd like to thank Ryan A. Leonard. I'd like to thank It's Trap Productions. And I'd like to thank everyone who takes the time to check in on my animations and the progress of my sprite packs, characters. I hope they're characters one day. My characters, yeah, it's easier to just call them characters. This expression is crazy. Sprite pack. Thank you for checking in on my progress and on my art. I appreciate the support. Hope these can become full-fledged characters someday, or at least playable characters. But until next time, be seeing ya. Yeah, stay out of trouble.